Ladies and gentlemen, language lovers, and word enthusiasts, today I want to take you on a linguistic adventure with a word that is an essential part of everyday conversation but carries an interesting history, the word nice. Think about how often we use nice. A nice day, a nice person, a nice meal. It's a word that seems almost bland, safe, inoffensive. But peel back the layers of history and you'll discover that nice has been on quite a journey. The origin, from ignorance to precision. Let's start at the beginning. Nice comes from the Latin word nescius, meaning ignorant or not knowing. In the 14th century, when it first entered English, nice had a similar meaning. It was an insult. To call someone nice was to call them foolish or silly, a person without sense. Imagine the shock if we used the word that way today. So why was nice associated with ignorance? In medieval times, being nice wasn't about having a pleasant personality, but rather being naive, even stupid. In a world where education was a privilege of the few, calling someone nice was a way of labeling them as someone who didn't know better. A word on the move, becoming fussy and fastidious. By the 15th century, nice began to change. From meaning foolish, it started to mean wanton or extravagant, often with a negative undertone. But the evolution didn't stop there. By the 16th century, nice transformed yet again, coming to describe someone who was excessively concerned with fine details, someone fastidious or overly precise. This period was a time of social refinement where being scrupulously exact or overly particular was sometimes seen as a virtue, but other times as annoying or trivial. Nice captured that tension. A person who was nice could be a nitpicker, or someone who paid meticulous attention to the finer points. A new kind of politeness, from precise to pleasant. In the 18th century, nice continued its transformation, shifting toward the meaning we recognize today. It began to be used to describe someone who was agreeable, kind, or pleasant. Why this shift? As society became more polite and mannered, people needed a word to capture these new social graces, a way to talk about someone who was well-behaved or charming. Nice found its niche here. It became a compliment rather than a criticism, reflecting the era's emphasis on politeness and proper conduct. Modern-day use, the soft power of nice. Fast forward to today, and nice is now a staple of polite conversation, a word that seems almost neutral, friendly and positive. But even now, its evolution isn't quite done. Nice can still carry a hint of irony or ambiguity. And let's not forget the phrase too nice, often implying someone is overly accommodating or even weak. Here we see the echoes of nice being a term that isn't always straightforward. It's still doing a balancing act between positive and negative, between genuine and polite. Why this matters, a mirror of social change. The word nice is a perfect example of how language reflects social changes and cultural norms. What began as an insult for ignorance became a term for moral judgment, then for polite behavior, and finally a catch-all for anything pleasant or agreeable. So let's celebrate the remarkable journey of nice, a word that shows just how wonderfully unpredictable language can be. Like and subscribe for more such content.